Let's talk about getting a muffler on this dump pipe for this wastegate. So, one of the few places on a Miata where there is some extra space is in this area right here behind the driver's seat, and also over here on the passenger seat. I use this space here to install the surge tank, the pressure regulator, and the fuel pump, which is right there. And also to route the charge piping that runs forward to the front of the car to the intake manifold. So after doing a lot of searching and measuring and searching and measuring and searching and measuring and thinking and then repeating all of that, I think I finally found a muffler that's going to fit in here, and I'm going to show it to you now. So this guy just arrived. It's a MagnaFlow Performance Muffler, which just basically means it's one of the smaller ones. And there's our MagnaFlow part number 14148. And there's the muffler. It's a cute little guy, isn't it? I'm going to grab the tape measure. Okay, so 6 inches long, good. About 8.5 inches tall, a little over 8 inches anyway, and about 5 inches wide. Also, this is a 2.5 inch, and even though my pipe is 2 inch, I'm going to use it, and I've got a flare that I'll be using to adapt from the 2 inch dump pipe out to this 2.5 inch muffler. So for neck down, I've got this guy right here, which is left over from a previous thing I worked on. It's a reducer, and actually it's a pretty beefy one. It's cast, or rather thick wall stainless. The other thing about this too is there's no rules that say you have to use this. I can butt joint it. I don't really need any overlap. I can cut this guy down all the way to here and use this space for that adapter to go from the 2 inch to the 2.5 inch. I mean, you know, why not? I don't need to try and put it out here. Take control of this stuff, people. You have the power. Man, look at this. So the diameter of that is looking pretty good. I can just tack it on right there. And I think on the inside, the two IDs are going to match up rather nicely. And I even have a little extra meat right there to work with on the welding, which will be nice. So I'm going to cut this way down so I can put this guy very close to the muffler, probably right up against this factory weld bead right here. So here's another tool tip. Most people probably know about this type of thing, reciprocating saw. If you put one of these metal cutting blades on here, these things are sheet metal cutting machines. You can go through sheet metal really fast. I'm going to try using it to cut this pipe right here. You know, it's not sheet metal, but it is thin wall, so let's see how it works. Okay, and there we go, done. That literally only took about a minute, and there's no cleanup there. I think the fact that the material was thicker at this weld let me run the saw blade right along there naturally. And I like this thickness here from that weld because it's going to give me some extra material when I weld these two together. Less chance of burn through, even though it's a butt weld. All right. Okay, except for some really ugly tacks, I'm liking this so far. I've got clearance. This is landing more or less in the middle there. I'm going to be able to use this hanger up here. Just make a bar that runs down the side of the pipe or the muffler housing right there. And I've got clearance over here and also in the back. Kind of hard to see, but yeah, so far that's working great. Okay, here we are, all complete. Tap off from the main flow, wastegate, dump pipe, 2 inch, flaring out to 2.5 inch. MagnaFlow muffler, 6 inches this way, 5 inches that way, 9 inches that way. And then the outlet is going through the rocker panel and the side of the car. And if we swing around behind the back tire, there is the outlet. I pointed the outlet backwards to try and cut down on some of the reverberation of the sound inside of the cab. Hopefully that'll help a bit.